I just wanna let you in. Let's take control.
Hello ladies and welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome. Hello, my name is Samantha and it is great to have you. I used to upload videos every single Sunday, but then a happened and schedule kind of went out the window, as I'm sure you're aware. So today I am back from quite the hiatus to just show you all what I've bought recently. Even though stores really haven't been open that much, I still have been able to get a lot of shopping done. There's a lot of stuff. And it's all from a variety of brands, so some of them are more well-known, others are a bit more niche, but every single thing I have to share with you is absolutely fabulous, so make sure you stick to the end so you do not miss anything. So I only have one pair of shoes to show you all, which is technically actually a pair of boots. So we are going to start there. This is a pair of boots from Dior that I purchased a couple months back. So I've had time to get some wear in. Obviously not a whole lot because still hashtag Pamela Anderson. But these are so cute. I love the strap situation going on as well as the buckle. Like, it just takes the regular sexy black boot and elevates it to a whole other level. So very into the design of these, and most importantly, these are extremely comfortable to walk in. I am somebody with extremely flat and wide feet, so finding a shoe that fits me, let alone is comfortable, is like a lot to ask for. When I bought them, I ended up wearing them out the next day to break them in, and I initially thought I was only going to be out for an hour. I ended up going out, spending a lot of time walking around, and I wore them for about 5 hours instead of 1 hour. And I was so afraid that by the end of it, my feet would be ruined, but I felt perfectly fine. It honestly felt like I was walking on clouds all day. So these boots, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Let's move on to this very nice, very cute scarf situation I also picked up from Dior at the same time I got those boots. This is just a wool scarf. It is quite large. It's like a blanket. This is folded in half still. But I absolutely love it for plane rides or like very cold days when I'm starting my car and it's frozen. I can just bundle myself up with this. So on one side it says Dior, and on the other side it says Christian Dior. So this is a perfect accessory for a cold day, but I do also see myself getting a lot of wear out of this in like the fall when, you know, it's a bit chilly but you don't want to be fully bundled up. I think this scarf would be so cute and so cozy. Moving on, let's talk perfume. So I'm sure most of you have seen that when I was in Paris, I went to Kilian and I picked up the only fragrance that is considered Rihanna's signature scent. So this is Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian, and it's amazing. If you haven't smelled it before, you definitely need to because you'll become obsessed with it. So love the scent for sure. However, I do not love the bottle because, as I'm sure you can tell by the gold behind me and on me, I'm a gold girl. So this kind of clashes with my aesthetic, but I love the scent, so obviously I bought it nonetheless, and I've used it up entirely. Like, this baby's empty. So a couple months back, I was going to Saks to get a new bottle because there's a Kilian counter there. And I was looking for this scent and this bottle, obviously, and I couldn't find it. So I asked a sales associate, and they come out with this. And I'm like, did the universe just redesign Kilian's packaging to suit my aesthetic needs? Because I think they did. I definitely wanted to cry upon seeing this. It made me a little bit emotional, and that's not even being dramatic. So I have an amazing scent in the bottle that I wanted initially. So it's funny how things work out. And interestingly enough, when they released this design, I think they took this one out of production. So I now have like a little artifact from Kilian, which I think is super cool. And I can now put them together on the shelf and have like a day and night situation, like opposites, but they're the same, like very cute, very into that. And I do actually have another Kilian fragrance to show you all. This is Angel's Share, and this perfume is like the definition of rich sex. I think that that's how I would describe this scent. It is absolutely amazing, and this packaging is next level, I would say. I believe that they're designed to look like whiskey carafes because the term angel's share comes from a term used in whiskey production. So it was like a whole aesthetic vision, and I of course appreciate that. So the next perfume I have to show you all is Scarlet Poppy by Jo Malone. This is my first ever Jo Malone fragrance, and I'm very pleased with it. I love the bright red bottle. It is very eye-catching, very sexy. Unfortunately, the text is in silver, so I think they need to get the memo that Killian did and change that to gold, but the text is quite small, so it's not a huge deal for me. And I was able to get my initials engraved on the back, so it is especially special. This is something that Jo Malone apparently does at very limited boutiques, so I'm very happy that I was able to have that done. I do not have any engraved perfumes, but I love having things customized with my initials, so obviously I jumped at this opportunity when it presented itself. It's a very nice fragrance. It's kind of like a musky, sexy floral. Like if you put all of those notes together, that's what this is. And as somebody who does not normally like florals, it really surprised me that I enjoyed this scent. But I do, it's amazing. I'm very into it. So moving on to accessories, I have this super fun and funky Fendi scarf. So these are two contrasting graphics, one on the front, one on the back, all black and white though, which I'm very into. Very fun, very funky, as I said. And I just love the scarf for the simplicity of it. It's very cute, but it's also a statement in itself. So I think I might put this on Lilith, my Python peekaboo, or I might use it as a hair accessory because I think that would be very, very cute. Next up, we have this so unnecessary, but so cute Faux Croc AirPod holder from YSL. So I initially went into YSL for a pair of earrings that I'll show you in a second, but I saw this and I was like, oh my god, I need that. So I ended up picking up this as well, and I'm very happy I did because it's great for holding my AirPods, as one would assume, and it also looks super cute on a keychain. So very into this, I will say that for sure. So the earrings I got from YSL are these beautiful little bars that have hanging monograms on the end. You'll see better in the video I insert here, but they are so, so pretty. I have not been able to wear these yet because I still have my piercing posts in from when I had my ears re-pierced, but that is going to change over the next few days, so you will see these all over my Instagram, which is down here or here, by the way. Check that out if you do not follow me. I post there way more frequently than I do here. For those of you who have followed me for a while, I'm sure you know that my handbag collection is all larger, well-known luxury houses. So I have Chanel, Fendi, Celine, and so on. But this handbag I'm about to show you is actually from a smaller company from South Africa that is woman-owned. So this purse is from the brand Radopella, and this is their R bag because it looks like an R, and I think that is very iconic. Something about it just makes me think of something that you'd put a handgun in, which is like an oddly appealing selling point to me, to be frank. So very into the design. We've got a space for a card back here. The interior is suede, and then there's a pocket in here for your IDs or other important things. Something to mention about this bag is that initially Radopella presented it in silver hardware with silver stamping. However, I was able to speak to the owner and she was able to get me gold hardware. And I think that that is just the definition of immaculate customer service, so definitely check them out. I'll have their URL in the description. Let's move on to a handbag that I waited like almost a year for. So I'm sure a lot of you remember when Telfar was being overrun by bots and they introduced their bag program that allowed you to pre-order a handbag assuring that you would get one. I had been trying to get a couple handbags from them for some time with no luck, so I took part in that bag program and I bought 2 purses. The first one being this medium white shopper. Very cute, very sexy. She is in pristine condition because I've not worn her anywhere. She has not left my apartment, but I look forward to the day she does because she's very cute and like the perfect size to run errands with, which is definitely what she's gonna be used for. So I also picked up the small shopper in Bubblegum Pink, which is very cute, very petite. This is my phone for size reference, and that is how big the bag is. So as you can see, she's definitely a mini experience, which I love, do not get me wrong. However, this color is not what I needed it to be. I initially bought this bag to match a Ramoa that I bought recently, which I'll show you in a second, and to just like go around the airport because I felt like that would be a very cute combo. However, this is what I wanted it to match. Do you see the issue here? So unfortunately, I am not keeping this purse. It is going to one of my friends who I'm sure will enjoy it more than I will. And I will be sad to see her go, but I know she's going to a loving home, so that's all that matters. Next up, we have a matte black Dior book tote, which is so sexy and iconic. This is the one that just says Christian Dior on the front. There's nothing on the back, and there's no repeating logo situation. I know that Dior does have a version of this bag that has a repeating logo, but I preferred something a bit more sleek, so I got this version, and I'm happy I did because it is so understated, but also so classy. Next up, we have 2 sets from Lena Rama. I had been eyeing these sets for a while, honestly, but I just never got around to buying them, and then they announced that the collection was coming to an end and it was like a get them now or never sort of situation. So I picked it up in 2 colors. This first color I believe is called Cardamom, and it is just like a very sexy dark green, kind of olive-ish. It's very pretty and I love how this looks on me. I'm very into it. And this set consists of a cropped blouse as well as a skirt. So these 2 pair perfectly together. I picked up the same top as well as a skirt in the shade Cinnamon, which is this beautiful, luxurious deep red, which I love so much. So I got a skirt as well as a pair of joggers, and I'm very into the entire look. I do wish I had sized up on the top though, because I accidentally bought a medium when I should have bought a large. I am still making it work for me though, and I love it so much. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.